The 80th anniversary of the end of the Second World War is fast approaching. Here is wartime Prime Minister Winston Churchill announcing that moment.
From number 10 Downing Street, the Prime Minister makes the momentous announcement for which the world had been waiting.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters, General Jodl, the representative of the German High Command, and of Grand Admiral Dönitz, the designated head of the German state, signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied expeditionary forces and simultaneously to the Soviet High Command. Hostilities will end officially at 1 minute after midnight tonight, Tuesday, the 8th of May. We may allow ourselves a brief period of rejoicing. Today is Victory in Europe Day. Tomorrow will also be Victory in Europe Day. But let us not forget for a moment the toils and efforts that lie ahead.
But as the 80th anniversary celebrations of the victory in Europe approach, it looks as if there is more dividing the Allies that won that war than there is still binding them together. The wartime Allied powers, the UK, the USA and Russia, will all be celebrating the defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945, but they won't be doing it together. The European Union has warned member states against attending celebrations in Russia, and Germany has refused to invite Russia to events marking the end of the war. In purely historical terms, it's an astounding series of decisions. Of all the Allied powers, Russia lost many times more military and civilians in the fight to defeat Hitler. The UK lost around 380,000 military personnel and around 450,000 lives in total during World War II. The United States lost 416,000 military and a total of just over 418,000 military and civilian deaths. The Russians, however, lost between 8 and 10 million military and over 24 million lives in total, or more than 24 times more deaths than the combined total for the UK and the United States. Of course, the wartime Allies divided almost as soon as the fighting stopped, as the Iron Curtain divided Cold War Europe into East and West. But now it's the conflict in Ukraine which is the source of division. The European powers, particularly the UK and Germany, are hardline supporters of the Ukraine, unhappy with Trump's plan for peace. That hostility has spilled over into VE Day celebrations, ensuring that the full story of how Hitler was defeated will be obscured by present-day political rivalries.